Kickstart your road to better health with the Hard Work Works fitness app.
The Hard Work Works fitness app works for all ability levels. Full gym, no problem. What's included? You get over 200 workout plans available for every situation from a full gym to no equipment at all. You also get a nutrition guide to keep you on track. All this for only $10 a month.
There's a special offer for Gear Freaks listeners, so don't be stupid. Use promo code STUPID.
That ain't stupid. And get your first month free.
The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today.
Boom.
I love Cincinnati, but you can keep that spaghetti chili product. That's Ron White, whoever that is. I'm Justin, jersey number 14.
And I'm Corey, jersey number 72. Skyline Chili's actually what it is. And side note, solid.
What's he on about?
Very good, dude. I don't know why he's so hot about it.
I don't either, man. Calm down.
Who doesn't like a good chili dog, man? What they do, the problem is, see, I'm not a cheese guy, but they pile a mound, like a mountain on top of the chili. You can get it on spaghetti or on a hot dog. Mm-hmm. Only know this because, the wife's family's from Cincinnati, and we went, pre-COVID. And I had been wanting to try this shit for years because you see it in the back of Reds games, Skyline Chili. They got commercials and the whole nine, and she had always talked about it. And we finally went, so it was like we have to go, right? There's like cheesesteaks back home. Everybody wants to try it, right? So I wanted to go. And not being a super cheese guy, I was intimidated by the amount of cheese they put on. I was like, oof, okay. But it's really finely shredded. So it goes in there, it mixes perfectly, it melts, it's awesome. Fuck Ron White. I'm here to say I'm Team Skyline for sure.
I've never had like the official, but I've made Cincinnati style before.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's on about. Like, seriously, like, what's your beef, G?
It's a real weird hill to die on.
Yo.
if you're gonna be mad about anything to do with it, I could see like where that cheese is a little bit excessive. But most people aren't like me and fucking weird. Most people are okay with maximum cheese, right?
Yeah.
So that's not the part that would offend most people, but it was like, oh, do I do it? And I just dug in because, it's what we do.
When in Cincy.
Right. I'm not going to get looked at funny, so I'm going to dig in. And it was awesome. It was awesome. And they give you oyster crackers with it.
Word.
Which is an underrated side.
With the right thing.
Little hot sauce, man. Oh, dude.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, man.
But what I like about a good hot sauce is because a lot of times the hot sauce is too much fire. And I love spice, believe me. But if it's not like a Tabasco flavor, what's the point?
See, I'm the opposite. I like shit with a kick. If it's too spicy, like if I've got to have a glass of milk handy and I've got to slosh it around to get it down, I'm not super high on the heat scale, but I'm a Texas Pete guy.
Texas Pete's great.
I'll fuck with some Texas Pete, man.
Because it's essentially Tabasco sauce.
That's it.
That's all you need.
It's good. Yeah, I don't need anything super hotter than that, right? Like, I don't want to be eating wings watching a game struggling here.
Yeah.
Just let me shove them in my face. I'm good. A nice barbecue, a mild, like hot is fine. But I don't need scorching hot, man.
I love hot stuff. I love hot sauce. I love really super hot sauce. But there's a fine line. Like if you're eating something, like if I'm eating it for the spice, then give me as spicy as possible.
Right.
But if I'm eating chili, I don't want it to be spicy as possible because I want to taste the chili.
Right. It's going to ruin the flavor
so
if
give
it's
me
got
a little bit of Tabasco, just enough that it's an accentuate. Like
it's going to elevate the flavor.
That's all I want.
Yeah. Don't take away from.
Right. What do I know? I'm not Ron White. Apparently he can get quoted.
I guess so. I think Ron White Dead wrong, though. Get the hell out of here, Ron.
But we got to talk Cincinnati today because perfectly, the Cincinnati Bengals have released their new uniforms today.
New stripes. They are fresh.
Today. You texted me this morning. Actually, you texted me last week. You're like, it looks like the Bengals are coming out with it. And then you were so excited. You were like, new Bengals gear.
Yeah, dude. I saw it really early this morning. Like, I was surprised that they put it out this early. And the Bengals had been teasing since the official word came out that they were going to release them a week from last week. Mm-hmm. They had been sending out on their social media like teasers. You know what I mean? Like, hey, they're coming, whatever, with like, Homer Simpson, different shit. Like, credit for their PR people or whoever's run their social media. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I hopped on this morning early, probably about 8 in the morning, and hopped on IG, and the first thing I saw was the pictures I sent you, and I was like, they're out already?
Word.
Fuck, okay.
Like, know what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, and I'm like, they're not fucking around. They're not even waiting for lunchtime to send these motherfuckers. Here they are now, first thing in the morning, crack of dawn to start the week off.
Hear that, baseball?
Right? With your, we're gonna drizzle out the City Connects.
What are you doing?
Just dump them out.
God, I'm mad.
Dude, I'm still mad about it. And it was last week. It makes no sense.
Unreal.
None. But these Bengals gear, though,
dude,
make all the sense in the world, friend.
Yeah.
God, they look good.
All right, where do you want to start? So they've got 3 sets. You've got your are the homes the whites?
So
because they all say Bengals.
Yeah, the whites are the roads.
Okay.
And they've switched it up now this year to where going forward, their default home is the orange and the black is the alternate. I do not like that.
Yeah.
It's a very minor complaint. That's just me preferring it. Gun to my head, pick my favorite. When I go to buy a Joe Burrow jersey, it's going to be the black.
Yeah. So let's start with those.
Yeah.
Because, same. Most of the time when you see a black uniform, you're out because it's a black alternate.
Right.
The Bengals have 2 colors, orange and black.
That's it.
So this team can do that. You can have a black uniform, and it not only is okay, you have orange as well.
It makes sense, right? That's what you're supposed to have, and they simplified the stripe situation.
Yes,
it's very simple, very clean. We use that word a lot, and it applies perfectly here. I think that one of the things that was the most distracting about the Bengals' previous gear, the ones they've had, the Marvin Lewis's, that thick white stripe down the rib cage, down the side of the jersey itself, was very distracting.
It's too much.
Yeah, and there was
no purpose.
None. And there was a lot of just the stripes on the shoulder were kind of weird. Again, it wasn't terrible because orange and black or whatever, and you still have that helmet. That helmet is exquisite.
Absolutely.
I don't care if anybody wants to knock it.
That.
Right, go to hell because that helmet is elite. So, but you still had that. So at the end of the day, and black and orange, again, part of the Gear Freaks colors, like, okay, you're still winning. It's not as good as it could be or as good as it was, but it's still good. You get rid of that stripe. These jerseys are full colors now, and you've got just a simple 3 stripes on the shoulder pads. It looks so good. There was a leak that came out about a month ago, and it was just a Burrow jersey on a hanger. Like somebody, like an employee took a picture real quick to be an asshole and the leak guy, right? And you saw them and just hanging up on a hanger, they didn't look quite as good. Like, okay, well, let's see, the press release, they always put them out. The players are wearing them. They look so good.
Yes. They look so good as a, say this with me, uniform. How about that?
Exactly, dude.
These blacks, golly, that is such a good. So the black on black is such a great uniform.
Yeah.
The black on white, oh my God, looks great.
It does. The thing I actually prefer, the Bengals are one of the few teams that, and it would be tough with the orange because head to toe orange is a little much, but the Bengals are one of the few teams to me that get away with the same color head to toe.
Yeah.
I don't even hate the white on white. I don't. The black on black is my favorite.
Yes.
I love that. But even the black with the white pant is good, and the orange with the black pant is good as well. But the Bengals have always kind of done the similar tops and bottoms, and they're one of the teams where it always looks good to me. And it's part of because you've got that stripe down the pant leg as well, and they've modified that with these. And it looks so cool, man.
Because you've got the color there.
Yeah.
That's where the color is. And so, like, suddenly your white pant is like, okay, I can accept it because it's got orange in it.
Right. You've got color there. It's not just a white pant that has nothing on it.
I think the black on black is my favorite.
100%. Agree.
Man, because I was thinking, like, what about an orange pant? And I don't think you could get away with orange because of that the Bengal stripe.
Right.
So I think at that point it probably does. If you do orange on orange, it just doesn't look right.
A little redundant, repetitive. Yeah.
Maybe you could get away with the black jersey with an orange pant. But I mean, ultimately, this is almost as perfect as you can ask for from the Cincinnati Bengals.
They're so good, man. These might be, like, in terms of these modern jerseys we see now in the NFL, this is as good as there is. I mean, it's so simple with just the 3 Bengal stripes. It's not overdone like the previous ones were. And another thing I really like about this is the font. Mm-hmm. The font is so damn good, and the font that the name is on the back of the jersey as well, that the last name is. It's such a good font. It's unique. I love the way the numbers kind of come to a point. And they don't do it the way like Minnesota does, where they swoosh on one end and they don't on the other side of like Dalvin Cook's number 33. The 1-3 will kind of flare out and the other one doesn't. These look so good.
Look at it in action. Like you have Burrow here in a photo, like posing, obviously, but like he's about to pass. It's the white one, and it looks good. I was trying to get a look at the back of the jersey there, but looks like we're not going to get any luck with that. But I mean, here's a side by side: last year's aways versus this year's aways. We haven't even gotten to this point yet. They've done the thing that we hate. They put the team name above the number.
Yeah.
Hate that. You know why it took this long to get to it?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's really not. But what I like about these, that Bengals font is cool. It's unique to them, right? Mm-hmm. So it's cool. And I like the fact that it's in orange. More orange again is typically a plus for us. I like it. It adds something. And when you look at the lettering as well, it's not overly... It's not like when the Browns had their ones they wore a couple years ago before they went back to the classic, like, refresh look. When they had Cleveland across the front, but it was big.
Too much.
Like the Jets get-ups now where it says New York across the front is it's sizable. The Bengals, it's not very thick. It's not. It's if you're going to do it, that's the size that it needs to be. Mm-hmm. Big enough to see, but not distracting. And I think they nailed it perfectly. If you're going to do it, that's how you do it.
Because you look at the rest of the uniform and you go, that's the Bengals.
Yeah.
Because you can tell.
Right.
You got the helmet, of course, iconic.
Exactly.
But you've got the Bengal stripes.
Yep.
I don't need you to write Cincinnati, Bengals all huge.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
I get it.
You've done a good job of nailing the identity with everything from the pants to the... And another thing I like, and it's a very simple, detail, but we talk about outlines a lot. If you look at their previous get-ups that they've worn, like they didn't have so much an orange outline as they had like an orange accent, right? Kind of like a shadow behind it, or a white, if it was on the black homes, it was kind of a white shadow behind the number. These new ones have a very, very simple, very thin outline that just, it accents the number perfectly. It looks so good, man. Like that outline is perfect to me. Like it's a really simple, okay, I'm sorry, it's an orange highlight as well on the former black home jerseys as well. I love the thin outline on these. I do. That orange is perfect. It's just enough to where you can see it's there. Mm-hmm. you know, and the same on the black ones. It's just enough orange to where you know it's there. There is an outline on the orange one. It's a very thin black outline. I love it, man. I love it.
And it makes it, like you said, it's just enough.
That's it.
You don't have to overdo it. Though when I was scooped, I came up on this one, and I'm glad you brought this up, because you look at this and it's like a shadow, and I never really noticed it before.
Yeah.
I just kind of was like, whatever.
Right.
It got away with it because it's the Bengals, because it's black and orange.
Right.
So I didn't pay enough mind.
You still have the helmets there, so yay.
But when you look at this new getup and you see how well executed it is, and you look at it side by side with last year's gear,
yeah,
you go, "Oh, I am so glad they fixed that."
Dude,
because that does not look good.
It doesn't, man. The only gripe I have is, and again, this is just me being, you know, douchebag diva. I don't typically like a white collar on a white jersey. I think when you have a white jersey, you want to add color where you can, where it's appropriate. But when you look at their blacks and you look at their oranges, there is no color on the collar on those either. Mm-hmm. So again, with it being a uniform, it makes sense.
Acceptable.
I get it.
And it took us this long to get there.
Right. Like, it's not, again, wasn't losing sleep over it. But, you know, again, when you juxtapose it to the other ones, like, man, I get what you can't have like a black collar on the whites and then not have an orange or a black collar on the other ones. You can't. It just looks stupid.
Yeah. So I want to juxtapose this versus, so anyone who doesn't know, we record Gear Freaks right after Grease Pole every week. So we're looking at this new Cincinnati Bengals gear. Burrow got hurt last year.
Yeah.
And so they were in the old get-ups last year. The guy gets hurt. He's your quarterback.
Yep.
The very next year, what do? Change the face of the franchise. How are you feeling as a Philly fan?
I really wish that this was, again, selfish reasons as well, how cool it'd be for the Eagles and Bengals to have new uniforms the same year.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about the Kelly Greens. You know how I feel about the Midnight Greens. I wanted this so bad. I wanted this change for the birds. You know, it makes all the sense in the world to go back to the equivalent of this for the Bengals, whatever the equivalent of that is for us with the Kelly Greens.
Even if it's just the same uniforms, just switching color.
That would have been fine. You know what I mean? And what's weird is the fact that this seems to be the only wholesale change being made this year in the NFL, where normally there's a couple.
Yeah.
You know, this seems to be the only one, and it's very weird because there's, my team included, there's some teams out there that could use a gear change.
Texans, I'm looking at you.
Them,
Jesus.
Dude, like it's just like, why is Cincinnati the only one that said, no, we're going to go ahead and do this? You know, we're going to pull the trigger. And it sucks because you see this, and as good as it is, you want to see more. Like, man, like if you can imagine like another team was, I don't know who, you know, fucking Denver or whatever. They're coming out with new get-ups. Like, we're going to reveal them. Yeah, we're going to reveal them tomorrow. Like, because we have to do it in advance of the draft, because when you draft somebody, they give the pick, okay, they have them pose with the jersey and shit with douchebag Goodell. Like, so they have to be out by the draft, which means they have to be out in the next couple days. So
not likely.
Right. Like, it seems like this is all we're going to get, and it's such a win. It's such a home run that you're like, man, if we had other teams on board, there could be more good shit.
Give me a modernized version of the Orange Crush. For the love of God.
Oh, my God, yes.
For the love of God, figure that out.
Dude, that would be sweet.
Denver has been rocking that same gear since 97.
It's tiresome, man. Like, it was cool then, late 90s or whatever, but there's too much going on that I question now. Like, what are you up to with this still? What are you up to?
And what have you done in it? I mean, cool. You had the year you brought in Manning and got there.
Right.
And then... Actually, they got there twice, right, with Manning. Lost one, won one.
Yeah. The first one, they got just housed by Seattle. And then they...
beat Carolina?
Yeah. The 50th, the Super Bowl 50, the milestone that was just a, you know...
Cool.
a surgically repaired Peyton Manning and a Cam Newton that didn't care to recover a fumble.
There you go.
Great 50th Super Bowl.
Beautiful. So, hey, but God, you've got to do something. And
yeah,
kudos to Cincinnati here.
For sure,
because
man.
When's the last time they did a full-on, whenever they brought Palmer in, right?
Yeah.
They got behind their guy.
That's a good point, dude, because Carson Palmer's first year, they still had what they had been rocking for years, the Esiasons. They still had those. The following year, Palmer's second year, is when they came out with what they've had up until now, which is Burrow's second year. Now you get this. I mean, hopefully Burrow has a better career ahead of him than Carson Palmer did. Yeah. Carson Palmer wasn't bad.
No.
Had some injuries and shit like that, and that's the reason why it went sour. But, he resurrected his career in Arizona, and he did fine for himself. Hopefully that doesn't happen with Burrow to where he wants to get the fuck out of Cincinnati. But at least, man, if you're Cincinnati, it's exciting to see a team that, has been, for all things considered, the decade of the 2010s was pretty good to the Bengals. They made the playoffs 5 straight years. Say what you want, but they were there, man.
There.
They were there. You know what I mean? They didn't get the playoff win, but they were, for the most part, at least for the first half of the decade, especially, they were viable. Mm-hmm. You become a mess for a little bit, but you land a generational QB in Joe Burrow. You got some talent. You've got another high draft pick. You've made some moves in free agency, which is uncharacteristic of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And now you do this. If you're a Bengals fan, man, you got to be fucking excited. They're my dark horse this year.
Yeah.
They're my dark horse. I'm going to put it out there now. If Joe Burrow stays healthy, man, there is a lot of correlations to me between Joe Burrow coming into his second year and the guy I don't want to talk about anymore going into his second year.
Yeah.
Except for, Burrow suffered the ACL his rookie year, whereas the other guy suffered it his second year when we won the Super Bowl. But I think the Bengals could have a hell of a squad if they nail this draft coming up, man. And this is such a good start, man. And again, you got to credit, Mike Brown is traditionally is a terrible owner, to be honest, but he's kind of getting old as fuck, and it seems like his fingerprints on the team are becoming less and less, which is good if you're a Bengals fan, because shit like this, again, man, if you're a Bengals fan right now, you're rushing online, I would think, to go buy these. Joe Burrow jerseys, Jesse Bates jerseys, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, they should all, Joe Mixon. You would think they'd be damn near selling out right now. You would think. I know for a fact if I knew that the Birds were coming out with new gear, I'd be pocketing as much money as I could, leading up to the release. And then when the release day comes,
looking at the watch,
dude, okay, they're dropping. If I knew, okay, they're coming out at 8 in the morning, 8:05, I'm going to be on fucking Fanatics or wherever, and I'm adding all 3 to my cart and I'm going. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be so excited when they come in the mail, this is awesome, man. If you're a Bengals fan, and it's something that you can be proud of, too. It's a good look. It's not like we've been hyping this up on social media. If you're a Bengals fan, we've been seeing this, and it's a disaster. This is a good look.
It's a good look.
You should not be let down by this if you're a Bengals fan.
And I got to be honest, so, I am still a man without a team when it comes to the NFL. The closest
dude.
The gear can always be the swing. Mm-hmm. My heart is still with Cleveland.
Right.
Because I actually followed them pretty closely last season.
Yeah.
But there's still the Chargers, because the Chargers gear.
Yeah, dude.
If I'm going gear alone, the Bengals are absolutely in contention.
Yeah, dude.
Because look at this. Same reasons I was thinking about getting behind Cleveland. You got a guy that the team is behind.
Yeah.
You've got your quarterback for, as long as he stays healthy, basically.
Yep.
Come on, man. And new gear, orange, black.
I know, man. I'm not even, when I first found out, because they had put out before, okay, the change here is going to be the blacks are now going to be the alternates and the oranges are going to be the homes. And initially I was kind of, I wasn't crestfallen, but oh, man. and I love these blacks. The blacks are my favorites, but like I like the oranges too. I'm not like super mad about it. I still would prefer the blacks to be the home.
Same.
But you know what, man? It's a good look. It's a good, and the main reason why is if you're going to go, the orange to me is the one where it's difficult to go. Like you can't go an orange pant with these.
No, not at all.
Or it becomes too much now. And again, like you said, with the stripes, it makes it kind of difficult. So I like the black pant better than the white pant with the oranges.
Same.
But, still, I think the white pant is the best with the whites.
Yeah, I was going to say the orange jersey with the white pant is probably my least favorite of all 5 we're looking at.
For sure. I don't even hate the white pant with the blacks. Again, the Bengals are one of the few teams that can get away with it. You can't do it with the oranges, but that black on black is so goddamn good.
That's easily my favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think the more I look at it, orange jersey, black pant is second, and then the white on white.
I agree. And then I'd go black top, white pant, and then, bringing up the rear, although not necessarily, would
Seriously, though, like 5th in this is like, what are we saying?
I'm not even offended by it, right? I'm not even like, that's trash, get it out of here. It's just like, that's the less, a less pleasing option to me.
Hell of a great year for the Bengals to start off. Their gear is not, though. Their gear is not trash.
It is not.
And look, we've been coming hard for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers forever.
Trying to smoke them out. They keep ducking us, though.
So now we made merch.
We do.
Now, I don't suggest getting the tapestry, but it was available. So I was like, oh, this looks funny. You can go to WrestlePals.redbubble.com, and you'll see there's a couple WrestlePals designs too, like a Titus World slides and other dumb stuff.
Yeah, dude. Typhoon.
Yes, there's a Typhoon.
I love Typhoon. Fred Ottman.
So there's Trash Bombers, and it says your gear is trash. And you can get a t-shirt that says your gear is trash. It is in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers font.
Yeah.
It's Winnipeg Blue Bombers colors.
Yep. That's why the gold's up there, which is what we've been trying to find out from them.
It just tells you everything you need to know about them.
Hell yeah.
Also, kind of, it's weird how it shuffles everything in and out here. I might actually get one of these shirts.
This is what I was looking at.
So there's the gear. It's called Gear Freaks Colors, and it's purple and teal and orange and black, and then it says Gear Freaks and teal.
Yeah, dude.
Very simple design.
It is.
But it looks nice.
It's in the show font too.
Yeah.
This is my favorite of the bunch. They're all great because they're all, and there's going to be more to come. If you're a listener of the show, if you've got any suggestions for us on what you'd like to see in the merch, hit us up at Gear Freaks Pod on IG and Twitter, or you can join the Discord and get in there with us as well and give us suggestions. But you're going to see more trickling out over time. So keep an eye out. But I agree with you. This is my favorite one so far. Just because, I mean, as we've said, it's got all the colors there.
Yep.
2 of them are Bengals colors too.
That's right. This same design on a magnet looks nice.
It looks awesome.
It looks really nice. So I might get like either that or a sticker or something too.
Yeah.
There's also available Gear Madness winners 2021.
Yep.
It's Devils colors. It doesn't say New Jersey Devils. It's hilarious though. Redbubble hit me up and was like, "Yeah, we need to review this." I'm like, "What for?"
We're just trying to support the Gear Madness champs.
So it's literally, it doesn't say anything about the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah.
It's just in the Devils font. That's it.
That's it.
And it's just words on a shirt. So it's nothing major here, but it's a way you can support your boys.
Right.
And rock stuff that happens on this show.
Exactly. It's a way you can support, again, the murderer's road that the Devils went through.
Oh, dear Lord, did they ever.
God, they deserved it.
So WrestlePals.redbubble.com, and that some of that money comes straight to us. So
yeah,
we would appreciate it. Also, repsports.com.
Yes.
Go there, purchase your Raise Energy drink, use promo code STUPID. It's another way that you can help your boys.
Damn right.
Because we are Raise Energy ambassadors. We love Raise Energy.
It's so good, dude.
I bought a case of... Oh, I did it last week on the show. I forgot. A variety case.
The variety, dude.
It still hasn't gotten here. It's in South Carolina. from Florida.
The Palmetto State.
So I don't know what's going on there, but
that's the carrier though. That's not Raise Energy's
has
fault.
Nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
They got it out of Florida with quickness.
Damn right, dude.
But it's been actually, I'm sorry, it's in North Carolina now. It made it to South Carolina, then it's been in North Carolina since Thursday.
The Tar Heel State.
So whatever you guys are doing out there, carriers, I love you. You're working hard. I appreciate you. But what's the deal?
Little urgency.
I would like my Raise Energy, please.
Yes.
And thank you.
I need a pick me up. No crash.
I can't wait. I have I got a little fridge downstairs. I'm gonna bring it up here now that I got rid of some of the stuff up here.
Hell yeah,
so we can
dude.
have a nice little fridge over there.
Little mini fridge, dude. Damn right.
It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Can't
dude.
wait. So repsports.com and use promo code STUPID gets you 15% off. Helps your boys out a great deal.
Simple as that.
Using promo code STUPID just says that how you heard about
it. The Gear Freak sent you. Help us help you. I'm telling you, it's not just because we're ambassadors. Effectively, that 12-pack case gets you 24.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily need the whole thing.
Nah, man.
There's no crash. You ride the wave for the rest of the day. You're alert. Mm-hmm. You're locked in. You've got clarity of mind. You're good.
And if you're an energy drink aficionado, like you just enjoy energy drink, it's good flavor.
It is.
There's lots of energy drinks where like they work, they taste like ass.
They suck, right?
Or they taste really great and don't work.
Right.
This is both.
Yeah. And either one you get that crash from typically. Like I'm somebody that Monday through Friday when I'm at work, I drink an energy drink. And I've told you off air before, 9 times out of 10 before finding out about Raz Energy, it was like, man, I'm wasting so much money because this shit, it doesn't really help. And then you get the crash. I'm like, more or less, I'm spending $253 a day on a fucking placebo.
Yep.
Because I'm just weird and I'm convinced internally that all hell's going to break loose if I don't drink one of these, when in reality it's fucking not. And I think that's probably the case for a lot of people out there. But if you get Raz Energy, not only do you get, if you want to double up and get 24 servings out of it, you can, or you can drink the whole thing, but you're alert the whole time. There's no crash. You don't feel like shit in the later part of the day. You don't feel like you want to die and double over. It's an investment.
And it's enjoyable.
Right, and it tastes good. Like you said, it's not something you got to struggle to get down.
It works on so many levels. One of these days we'll record a commercial for it, so we don't have to keep doing that pitch during the show. But that's it for this week. So just a reminder, your gear is trash, Winnipeg.
We hate you. We hate you, and we're going to send you a tapestry.
Your very first... You know what? I just might buy one. Just to send to them. Just be like, here, your gear is trash. Open it up.
Make a ransom note. Come join the pod.
Just talk to us.
Talk to us. That's it.
At least, if nothing else, we'll take our feet off the gas.
That's it. We'll leave you alone.
That's it.
That should be enough.
You would think.
If you're tired of seeing mentions.
Who is running their social media? Because
a dick.
Whoever is running it has to be going, man, these guys again?
We're tired of them. Just come on. Reach out to somebody.
Just say, look, or shoot.
Equipment guy, player, whoever.
Listen to the pod.
Or that.
And tell us why. Like, you don't want to come on the show? Just DM. DMs are open.
Right.
This is why we have gold.
Right. Yeah.
I can read it on the air and go, this is why they didn't want to do the show. We got our answer.
Yep. That's it. Problem solved, though.
And
all you got to do is use your thumbs. Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Simple. It's very simple.
We are not asking for the world.
Nope.
Because I don't want any of your gear.
No, we don't. And that's the thing. I would rather spend money on something that says your gear is trash than actually supporting your team.
Yes.
Which should tell you something, Winnipeg.
Blue Bombers.
By the way, we love your other team's gear.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. You've screwed the pooch here.
We want to support you.
Oh, man. I would. Oh, so, shoot. The name of the band escaped me. There's a band where this lovely city or one lovely city is the name of the song.
Okay.
And I'm going to clip it. So whenever we talk about Winnipeg, because the hook is, I hate Winnipeg. And I want it. And I just keep forgetting to grab it.
We love Winnipeg. We hate the Blue Bombers gear, though.
1,000%.
And we're putting those vibes out there until we get fucking answers.
And I'm serious. I'm gonna look at the your gear is trash and see what kind of items I got. I'm gonna purchase something and send it to them.
We're gonna send it to the Blue Bombers front office
and be like, your gear is trash. You want to do something about it?
Yes, come talk to us. winking emoji.
I can make this stop.
Right. You want to be left alone, motherfucker.
Shoot, if the Tuskers still exist, they would get one.
Oh, God. Neon green, your gear is trash flags.
Yes, the XFL, any of that garbage still existed.
Human surge cans.
They would get something. But Winnipeg, you get it for many reasons. Number one, having the greatest name in football possibly.
Right. And mucking it all up.
Completely destroying it.
Yep.
So you deserve everything you get from
everything. That's what you get for pissing all over potential greatness.
Speaking of potential greatness, though, Cincinnati, the Bengals. Oh, shoot. Maybe I should say, hey, we're a podcast. I was about to get us out of here. We're a podcast. You can rate, comment, subscribe. All that stuff would be awesome. 5 stars would be super awesome.
Yeah.
We would love that because it helps make us more visible.
That's right.
But sharing is the best way to help.
Sharing is caring, people.
Tell a friend, hey, I listen to the Gear Freaks. You should too.
That's it.
That simple. You want to listen live? You can come hang out in the Discord. You don't want to get into the Discord? I don't know why.
Right.
Because, hint, 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 jerseys.
Again, we can get you that hookup.
Just saying. We're trying to get to 20.
That's it.
So
cheap.
now
on
is
the cheap.
Now is the time to get in.
Yep.
But you don't want to do that? Okay. You can also listen live on Ojai Radio. We are live on Ojai Radio right now.
Boom.
So follow us on Twitter at GearFreaksPod for that link. Again, subscribe, rate, comment, all that stuff. Tell a friend. We love you.
All the things.
We're also on Instagram at GearFreaksPod. Do that. And Cincinnati, wow, you've done well.
Suckers!